Recording December 11, 2017, Monday.
This deals with cause number, Whitford versus State. Talked to you like on last week, I believe. 0192-00617-CR. And I had talked to you about a judgment. I need in writing or something to that effect that there is no judgment. Okay. You say you need it in writing?
Yeah.
That I need a judgment? Okay. No, I don't want to ask the court. I just, from the record, from the clerk.
That's going to be from the courts. Write that down.
I think I did do that before, and they didn't give me anything. I think they just told you all to receive but not file anything. And I'm over at the FBI on a food and water strike. I had to cut it off to come over here, and if there's no judgment, they need to see that.
I put it down in writing.
But okay, yes, no. But you're telling me you would have to give it to the court.
I personally can't. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a judge. I can't.
Okay.
Give you something.
Could you just let me talk to the clerk? He should be able to, he should be able to give me a statement that's a public record. All right. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Clerk. Fine. I've been over at the FBI on the food and water strike, and I'm informing the duty agent that there's no judgment in this case, 0192.
You've had a lot of filings regarding that?
Right, and so I need something substantially like they do in the Court of Criminal Appeals, where there's no judgment to that effect, so I can provide to the duty agent that there's no judgment here.
I mean, the record is what it is. I mean, I can't give you anything.
No, I know you don't have. I understand, but I'm just saying. you know, like for example, on appeal, like an attorney might tell a court of appeals that there is no judgment being rendered, so they get a letter, a certificate from the trial clerk to that effect. So that's why I'm here to get to the effect that there's, I mean, the doctor.
There's nothing for us to issue. We don't have anything to issue like that. What you need to do is file your habeas, and if the court will, wants something from us, they'll ask us, the attorney general will say, hey, or whatever, but whoever defends it for the state, but there's nothing I can. You have everything. You have all your pleadings. You have the orders from the court that you've issued, in the last couple of years. Take all that and do with what you will, but there's nothing else I can give you.
Okay, last question then. If they were get a due date in the call here, you are able to tell them that there's no judgment?
Well, I can tell what the mandate says. It says the judgment of the court in the mandate. You have a copy of that. I know you didn't like the way the file date.
No, I'm just talking about the judgment itself.
The judgment was affirmed, so there was no judgment to a change.
No, what I'm talking about the judgment of this court. We got no opinion. We have right.
Which is and so the judgment back then they issued judgments if they made a change, if they reversed it, or if they changed it. They affirmed they made no changes to the trial court judgment and issued the mandate for that. I mean, all I can tell you is what it is.
What
the duty agent they can write something. They can do like.
Yeah, well, that's
I don't know what a duty agent is. I don't know what you're talking about. Duty agent.
No, I'm talking about the FBI, but what I was saying, that's...
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the FBI wants to come over and talk to, they'll feel free to call.
Yes, sir. But just so you know, there are a lot of opinions from that year and all the way back, and this court has always issued judgments.
Not on affirmed cases back in that period of time.
Well, there are reported cases that there are, if you just,
We wouldn't see any of it because our judgments never get reported in like Southwest or West. Those never get posted or published.
Yes, sir. Okay, but that has to be a judgment. That has to be a judgment. They know it has to be a judgment. When I was in prison, a lot of prisoners, they had their judgments from this court, and that's...
Well, I mean, you know what, I don't know if you can go to CCA, call your post-conviction writ.
You can't without a judgment.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you have to do your compliance.
Well, the courts don't have jurisdiction. That's just it. A lot of judges, court from appeals, they're acting in matters when there's no judgment, and that court does not.
So that good when you say it talks about no judgment. So you would just need to file your post-conviction and see what happens.
Yeah, see, the thing is, sir, it was growing in Texas for all these cases. People they put on death row, there's no judge. Harris County.
We don't do death row cases, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying from the trial court. Now, this court, I have no judgment. It's just what they're saying. God is really to show favor of me because you have an appellate court that has rendered no judgment, and they're not going to get on CNN News and tell the American people that we don't render judgment because you have to render this law. It's in the book.
Well, the good case talks about the trial court, doesn't talk about the appellate court.
Well, the appellate court's under the rule. The old rule was 79, I believe, before when they were amended in 96 or 97. But just like they do now, they require judgment. The old rules require judgment. And it's just that they want to get around it because that means I have to be paid millions of dollars. And a lot of other prisoners that are in prison have to be released because those courts across the street and this court did not.
Okay, that was about the end of the video anyway. I went on to thank him. I'll see if I can get right back over there. Been having problems with this video all night. At 108, I've been trying to get it to play straight through. It's been not happening. But I got what I wanted. Mr. Chris Bryant, he tried to deceive, he was trying to get around saying that there, was no judgment. Then he went on and had to acknowledge the fact.
And sick. So 97. But just like they do now, they require judgment. The old rules require judgment. And it's just that they want to get around it because that means I have to be paid millions of dollars. And a lot of other prisoners that are in prison have to be released because those courts across the street And this court did not render judgment. So they just doing me any kind of way.
Wait for you to go through that.
Well, again, without a judgment, you can do nothing. So it's just an opinion, but, I guess the due date, they'll come over. I've told them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you, sir. All right. Come on, let's go.
There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Now, I'm about to put my hands on the old rules. They've been changed. There is a judgment. He's stating that they back then they did not run the judgment. Of course they did. Rule 89. You have to run the judgment. He went there. He went there to say that they didn't run the judgments back then.
Living room motion detector. Motion detector.
He went there. The only thing I want to do now is get this. Here are the old rules. Rule 79. These are the old rules of the Texas Rules of Appellate Procedure. Make sure that this is right. So everyone can see. It's enough light. Section 6, judgments and opinion. They only wish the only thing that was issued, rendered in this appeal, Whitfield versus State, docket number 01-92-00617 CR, was an opinion and a mandate. Without a judgment, all that is void. Rule 80, judgment of Court of Appeals. Time, subsection A, when a case has been submitted, the Court of Appeals shall mandatory, its judgment promptly. B, types of judgment. This is why judgment is necessary, because the Court of Appeals may, 1, affirm the judgment of the court below. 2, modify the judgment of the court below by correcting or reforming it. 3, reverse the judgment of the court below and dismiss the case, or render the judgment or decree that the court below should have rendered. Or 4, reverse the judgment of the court below and remand the case for further proceeding. These are the types of judgment that a court of appeals is authorized to render at the time. See other orders. In addition, the Court of Appeals may, when you see the word may, it means that the Court of Appeals is authorized to do this. May make any other appropriate order as the law and the nature of the case may require. Shall makes it mandatory that the court, through its members, do so. Okay. D, presumptions in criminal cases. The Court of Appeals shall means it must presume that the venue was proved in the court below, that the jury was properly impaneled and sworn, that the defendant was arraigned, that he pleaded to the indictment or other charging instrument, that the court's charge was certified by the judge and filed by the clerk before it was read to the jury, unless such matters were made an issue in the court below, or it otherwise affirmatively appears to the contrary from the record. Reversal in civil and criminal cases. No reversal of error, remedial. But I don't need to read that. This is the only thing that was important to read. This was the only thing. Now, as far as the opinion, we'll get to that. There's the mandate. Here's the law. Okay, can everyone see these subheadings, subtitles? Subsection B, cross point, that's irrelevant. All that is irrelevant. Rule 86, issuance of mandate. Now watch. The clerk shall issue a mandate in accordance with the judgment. Not opinion, but the judgment. And shall deliver it to the clerk of the trial court without awaiting for the payment of costs upon expiration of one of the following periods. 145 days after the judgment, if no timely motion for rehearing or petition for discretionary review has been filed, and no timely motion has been filed to extend the time for filing petition for discretionary review. And no discretionary review has been granted by the Court of Criminal Appeals on its own motion. 2. 45 days after the last timely motion for rehearing has been overruled, if no timely application for writ of error or petition for discretionary review has been filed, and no timely motion has been filed to extend the time for filing application for writ of error or petition for discretionary review, and no discretionary review has been granted by the Court of Criminal Appeals on its own motion. 15 days. So we need not read all that. I'm just kind of, tripping. I know. The mandate may be issued earlier by agreement of the parties, so that's not even relevant here. Then you can recall the mandate. So I kept presenting motions to the First Court of Appeals in 2016 to get around. They issued instruction to the clerk to not file anymore pleadings for me, just receive them but not file them, because you must, and failure to do so or refusal to do so constitute a criminal offense, because there is no judgment. You got to do it. Okay? You got to have a judgment. John in the Holy Bible, chapter 16, verses 7 to 15. Let me get to see here. The opinion, that's not the opinion is nothing. Decision and opinion. Rule 90. Opinions, publication, and citation. The Court of Appeals shall hand down a written opinion which shall be as brief as practicable, but which shall address every issue raised and necessary to final disposition of the appeal. When the issues are clearly settled, the court shall write a brief memorandum of opinion. Signing of opinions. A majority of the justices participating in the decision, note they use the word decision of the case, shall determine whether the opinion shall be signed by a justice or issued per curiam. The names of the justices participating in the decision shall be noted on all written opinions or orders handed down by the panel. Judgment of acquittal, but okay. Determination to publish. That's not what I was looking for. I want the world to see something else. Copy of opinion and judgment. This is what? On the date and opinion of an appellate court is handed down, the clerk of the appellate court shall mail or deliver to the